Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to the 3rd of January edition, episode, whatever, of the Beer Blaze and Bushcraft live stream. This is an impromptu live stream because I'm full of Cabernet Sauvignon and after 8s. So what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, this is the worst thing that can happen. If you are watching tomorrow, or otherwise time shifted, then thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching the live stream, even though it's no longer live. That means a lot to me, especially because what I want to sort of discuss tonight is a few things I've thought about for the future of the channel. And I know that, when channels do this changes impending for the channel thing, it always sort of comes off as kind of dramatic and stuff. And I'm not talking about anything dramatic, I don't think. I'm more sort of playing with some ideas. And so I kind of want to talk about them with you guys. See what y'all think. And as I do this, I'm just going to bring up the YouTube page so that I can. I find it way easier to deal with the chat on the actual YouTube page than on the StreamYard page. And in fact, I'm not sure why I StreamYarded this. But maybe if someone wants to get on and sort of chat with me or whatever, Oh, we've already got a couple of people. Hey, folks. Wait, there's already been a retraction? Hey, Dr. Sharp. Hey, Tyler. Who's having beer? Again, Canadian beer in an American beer glass. Because North America is all about that free trade and integrated marketing and industry and stuff. This is a... Wow, okay. This is not what I was expecting. Oh, here's what I got. This is by Boreal, so it's not really a microbrew, but it is local. It's Noirceur Impérial. So it's an imperial stout, I think. But man, it's got some spice to it. Yeah, it's an imperial stout. Note franche de cacao, yes. There's definitely some cocoa in there. De pain grillé, a little toasty. Touche subtile de piment de Cayenne. Yes, definitely pick up the cayenne pepper. Wow, that's not what I was expecting. It's not bad, but it's really not what I was expecting. No, Simo, I was not kidding. Had a whole bunch of wine with supper and thought, I've had a few thoughts going on. So, I kind of wanted to talk about them with you guys. As you guys know, I've already sort of implemented one change, and that's that I will slowly start putting in once every month or 3 weeks a panel discussion. I mean, you guys know about this. Most of you, it looks to me like everyone who's on here now is a not an old timer, but has been around for a while. That's still solid. I'm waiting to hear back from someone for January's panel discussion. If that doesn't work, then I'll shift. Hey, Martin, how's it going? Hey, damn it, how's it going? If that doesn't work out, then I'll shift to the next two people down the road, down the line. Another thing I was very much thinking of doing was, and I've just 5 seconds ago heard back from the first person I want to use this for, is I would like to do a really irregular series of conversations with subs, where where I got this idea was tomorrow I'm going to be driving to Ottawa to hang with a sub, and he's not comfortable being on screen. That's fine with me. And in fact, I only thought of this after. Here's the deal: I'm going to Ottawa tomorrow. I'm not bringing a camera, so you guys ain't going to see the trip. I'm going to meet a sub who lives far away, as in Sweden. He's going to pass me a couple of things that I had purchased in Sweden. Well, one thing I'd purchased in Sweden, and another thing that I don't know. He says he has something for me. I'm trying to be as non-direct with this as possible, so I have something to give him as well. No camera, but it made me think that why not? If I meet with a sub in any context, why not do a little meet the sub episode. Shorties, right? Like 10 minutes. Excuse me. Holy crap! This beer's giving me hiccups. That's why I not drink more. Little short one, so like a 10-minute episode. What that sub looks for on YouTube's, what their outdoors pastime is, stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure yet because I'm still figuring it out. I have my guinea pig lined up as of 2 minutes ago, so yay! So that's one thing, one change I'd like to bring on. And as I said, it's going to be real irregular because I can't afford to just go traveling everywhere to meet up with subs. Like it'll probably be real local guys at first. And it's not going to be like every month or anything. Maybe every 2 months. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still really percolating on this, but I would love to hear from you guys through any of the ways you guys usually contact me. What you think, any suggestions you may have. Also, any notes you guys may have for me from that first panel discussion. Because I took some notes, like a little post-mortem, and I've got a few ideas for how to switch up for next time. But I would love to know because you guys watch these episodes. I'm sitting here and I'm babbling to a camera, right? I think I'm doing a great job, a fabulous job. And then I sometimes watch my episodes and think, no, I'm not. But there are two things that come into that. First, when you're just sitting here and blithering, you don't really know how it's coming across because you're in the moment. And second, I'm my own worst critic, as most people who do anything are. So I can't give myself an honest postmortem of anything that I do. I have to kind of depend on someone. Like, for instance, when I told you guys that Scouting Free in Germany sent me a long email, really, like in no uncertain terms, telling me where I'm buggering it. And in fact, he compiled a video of all the spots in my live streams where I'm really dropping the ball. And that was very, very, very important to me. First of all, because I trust that guy, man. I trust him. He doesn't do stuff just to be an asshole. He does stuff when he's constructive. Okay? He was very constructive, and everything he said makes a lot of sense. And it came from a place of wanting to help me improve my channel because he knows that I'm struggling with subs. He knows that I'm struggling with having been demonetized right after spending a lot of money on my channel. He knows what my story is, and he cares enough to have done that because it probably took him hours to put that video together. And so I realized that what I need to do is ask you guys a lot more often what you think. I really want my channel to be more interactive anyway, which is where sort of the weekly question comes from at the end of all my videos, which is where, chatting back and forth with you guys over Signal or Facebook or Instagram comes into play. I think that my channel is so much more interesting to me when you guys are, talking back to me. But anyways, wait. Let me see who's on here. Hey, Wood Pigeon's here. He sent me a DM. Okay, I will check that. On which platform did you send the DM, Wood Pigeon? Simone is switching computers. Damage is only around for a little bit of time. Okay, that's fine. Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. Man, I'm happy to see Pine Martin's here. That guy's got. When those of you who watch Dennis's live streams over at Canoe Hound Adventures, first of all, if you don't, you're missing something, man. They're great. Whenever Martin's on, it's a good time because he's got so much bloody knowledge. It's crazy, man. Wood Pigeon's got some news, which I don't know where he DM'd me. Probably Instagram. I will check that as I speak, because one thing that Scouting Free pointed out to me is that when I check my Instagrams, when I check my DMs, I like there's a blank, not a blank spot, but like I sort of disconnect from you guys, and I really don't want to do that anymore. So I will be checking this DM, but not for too long. This phone is so terrible. Okay, let me just check something here. Whoa. Holy crap. Wood Pigeon. Wood Pigeon just hit 10,000 subs. What? Oh my God. What was it? Which video gave you? In this month, Wood Pigeon Outdoors subscriber changed by plus 717. Wow. Look, I'm jealous, but that's amazing, man. Everybody, throw him a congratulations. Just don't everybody say congrats, because YouTube seems to think that's spammy and tends to kill people off. But holy crap, that's some New Year's cheer, man. Jackie, hey, how's it going? Nice to see you around. Nice to see you around. Another thing I'm thinking of changing is I'm gonna, you know how I did that really irregular series on like the shop talk? I think I've only done 2 or 3 episodes. I'm not going to do it. Everyone says, like, I don't mean everyone who's talking to me. I mean everything I read or watch or anything about this on the YouTubes is hone your vision. Like, and the thing is, my vision hasn't been honed since, how long have I been on here? 2013. My vision has not really been honed. I started off relatively honed, and then I kind of knew where I wanted to be. But as time went on, I sort of spread it out too much. And so this shop talk stuff, where I'm talking about shop tools instead of bushcraft stuff, no way. I'm diluting my brand, I guess, as all of the fools who are hipsters say, but also the geniuses who are marketing geniuses say. So if you guys really want that shop talk stuff, what I'll do, I'm going to regret this. What I'll do is I'll start a second channel. I'll move the existing videos over there with a few changes to them, because YouTube really hates it when you double up videos. And I'll start some stuff over there. But really, honestly, I mean, if you guys want to see that, I'll do it. It's just I can't have it on this channel anymore. One thing that Marcus Scouting for You said to me is like, you know, you complain about YouTube a lot and how you're not growing a lot, but it's, you know, you got to take ownership. You got to take your lumps where they're earned. And I think that's where I really earned my lumps. My channel is too diverse. I gotta hone it down. So when I'm talking about tools, it's going to be outdoor tools. It's going to be axes and saws and stuff like that. It's not going to be power saws. It's not going to be screwdrivers. I gotta have a vision, you know? And I thought I did, but when I look back, in some videos, I'm trying to be everything to everyone, and that's not helping me grow. Right now, I'm at just over 2,340 subs, but I've been here since 2013. And if I'd had sort of a clearer vision since then, since 2013, I'd probably be at a lot more, you know, subs right now. The quality of my videos before 2018 was not good enough to get me a whole bunch of subs. But I really feel that since 2018, since January 1st, 2018, or whenever right after that, I think my videos are a whole lot better. I really do. Aside from a few of my old ones, I really think that my videos have come a long way. I got to get my color correction down. I'm not perfectly happy with my sound, but I think it's pretty good. And but what I really have to think more about now, and this is why I'm thinking of just cutting away some of the chaff, is it's not really my picture quality or my sound. Well, sound is important, but those things are not what will keep people engaged with what I'm doing. It's what I'm saying. It's what I'm doing. You know, when I hit the woods with Savage and we make bacon and we, you know, put up the tarp, people like that. It's the kind of stuff I like watching too, you know. When I do my hiking videos, it's okay. It's not great. But I like doing the hiking videos. So even though they don't perform as well as, say, an axe review or something, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done the Hoover Dam video, because that's not a hike video. That's sort of a travel vlog. And I don't really know if that'll fit. I don't know if I should do travel vlogs. Hikes are one thing, but a travel vlog, I don't think so. So I don't think I'm going to do much more of that. It's just, man, that was amazing. And it fit in with my general, well, here's the thing. I was somewhere I've never been. I wanted to share it with you guys, you know, but I gotta hone it down. Hold on. Jackie says she needs a refill. Hey, what are you drinking, Jackie? Wood Pigeon. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you, man. I watch your stuff and I'm glad that other people are doing it too. 10,000. Did you say what? Sorry, I'm just running back because. Oh, the primitive arrow making video. That was really cool. I would love to learn how to do some of that stuff. Maybe I'll just jump in my car and show up at your doorstep one day, man. Dr. Sharp. Oh, boom. Actually, thank you for saying that, because that kind of reflects on what I was saying, that, you know, I want to improve like the picture quality and everything for me, because I went to film school and because I love the cameras and stuff, you know. Part of the fun for me is the gear and the process. But man, I'll tell you what, sometimes editing, when I'm at like 6 hours in and I just want to go to bed and it's 3 a.m, holy crap, dude. But generally speaking, I like that stuff. But that's not what I think is what you guys need. And I agree completely. Boom, Tyler. That's a really good point. In fact, I haven't done that as much as I used to, you know. And when I first started this channel, I made dicking it up on screen part of what I was going to do, because the biggest example of me messing something up and just saying, guys, what am I doing, improved my bushcraft skill when it comes to the ferro rod. So I got to get back to that. I think you're right. And you know, there are two sides to that, right? One, I kind of think that it makes better content, but also I learned something from that, right? Because the comments down below and the DMs and everything made me better. And like, it's so hard to forget what you started something like this for. You know, it's so hard to remember that we're all just learning, whether we're the guy presenting the video or the guy watching the video. It can be hard sometimes even to remember that everyone who comments on your video is worth a reply, even if it's just a thumbs up. You know, like when life piles up on you, man, this past couple of weeks, because the holidays are always really hectic, okay? This past couple of weeks, man, it's been like a week and a half since I checked my email. You know, and sometimes it gets to be a struggle. But if somebody cares enough about something I've done to comment, good or bad, because if somebody trolls, whatever, piss off, dude. But if someone doesn't agree with me and says why, or does agree with me and says why, or says, hey, great video, or anything where it's not just trolling, then I try to at least say, thanks for watching. I understand your opinion. And that's, you know, it's tough, but I work really hard at it, you know. Every now and again, I just leave it like a thumbs up or a heart. But I try to leave at least a few words whenever possible. If I sort of get to the number of subs that I would love to have, that may be a whole lot harder to do. But anyway, you know. Wood Pigeon says that the majority of his travel vlogs are based outdoors. Yes, I've watched a lot of your stuff. Hold on, I'm trying to show your... and yes, I agree with that. A lot of your travel stuff is, you know. Simo's packing his tools for tomorrow. That's fine. And, you know, that's the thing, Dr. Sharp. I enjoy... I'm more than just an axe. If I was a hammer in the morning. I enjoy the stuff where I'm learning things. You know, if I lived in the UK, I might do what, you know, Zed Outdoors. Again, here's a guy. If you guys are not watching, oh, his videos are, some of them are really long though. And here's the thing, I don't have time for more than, at the outside, an hour. Even at that, sometimes I just don't have the time. If I'm doing something and I've got it on while I'm washing dishes or making baby food or something, fine. But Zed Outdoors makes really good stuff. And a lot of what he does is he's not showing you how to carve a spoon. He's learning how to carve a spoon by videoing someone who really, really, really knows it. And he's sharing that with us. That's the kind of thing I'd love to do. I would love to, you know, go over to, you know, Gahnawage and have someone there take me on like a tree ID tour or something and share it with you guys. Something like that. You know, I would love to bring that to the channel in 2020, but I don't know. See what I just put on the screen? No, Simo, you're very good at trolling. Man, this beer is really, it's throwing me for a loop, but I'm kind of liking it. I'm just going to text Simo and tell him that I'm going to text Serge and tell him that I'm live streaming and where the hell is he? Because, you know, Serge has to get online. He's got to get online. We need Serge here. I'm live streaming. We're waiting for you. We're waiting on you. What do you guys think? So I don't know, like I'm very interested to know what you guys think. Are there any differences? That's not what I meant to say. Are there any changes that you guys think I should be doing? You can contact me through any of the usual ways. DM me through Instagram, through Facebook. I mean, I keep sharing my email address. Just drop me a line and say, listen, dude, I would love to see more of this, or I'd love to see less of that. If you say that you want to see less of my daughter, you're going to be up against her. And that's a weird one because some people have said, do too much of your kid. Other people have said not enough of your kid. So I don't know. Oh yeah, Wood Pigeon said something interesting. Hold on, I'm going to share that. Right? Yeah, I know. That's tough. I don't know. I thought Serge had answered me, but no. It's on Signal. No, there's nothing. There's nothing, man. Come on, man. Oh. Ah, Tyler. Tyler just showed me a picture of a dog. I love it. I miss having a dog. I think that what I should do is change my channel to me, a dog, and a canoe. Actually, I would love that, but I mean, I have neither the dog nor the canoe, but I will have the canoe because I'm definitely going to get back into canoeing after like 25 years. Of course, Simo has to take it to the silliest possible extent, you know? No, Dr. Sharp, he's just doing work. It's not going to be for bushcraft. Those are going to be network tools he's packing. I'm driving to Ottawa tomorrow. I said this at the very beginning of the live stream, but some of you guys weren't around. I'm going to meet one of my subs in Ottawa tomorrow. He's in from Sweden. I'm not bringing my canoe. My camera. Another thing I said at the very beginning was I'm full of Cabernet Sauvignon right now. Aged in a bourbon barrel, so man. And this Imperial Stout with a what chili is it? Cayenne pepper, cayenne with a pepper finish. Very spicy, way spicier than I was expecting. But quite good. Wood Pigeon's going to Quebec City, okay, tomorrow. Oh, wood pigeon man, we're gonna pass each other on the road. Tyler, I'm driving to Ottawa. You're very funny. He's a very funny guy. He only comes off as a great big jerk. You know what I'm saying? Some ways I'm excited about the next year for my channel. In some ways I'm not. Mostly because I do not like New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I don't think that New Year's is a legit holiday, to be honest with you. I have enjoyed New Year's exactly 4 times. 5 times. Once I was at a very private little supper and watching the fireworks on Mount. Someone who lives right next to Mont Royal in the middle of town here. Great night. The other 4 times, I was gigging. Aside from that, I spent New Year's at a party pretending to have a good time, and it's just I don't like the holiday. I think it's an arbitrary date in a lot of ways. The idea of the next year is going to be a new start. And I don't buy it. I don't. At the end of the day, I'm the same person on January the 1st as I was on December 31st. The idea that the clock hand hitting midnight suddenly gives me this brilliant new opportunity to reshape my life is BS. Because I'm still the same half sane, mostly depressed guy who's always angry as I was like 30 seconds ago, and so whenever I fall into the idea that, oh man, next year's going to be great, I'm excited, I'm like, what? What have you changed, Jazz? And the answer is most often nothing. So I feel that if I'm going to change a few things for the channel and hopefully make it a little better, that if I share it with you guys and get your input early, then I might have something to be excited for. Then, if I'm acting to grow a lot more in 2020, then I'll have something to be excited for. And yeah, I find the whole January 1st thing to be arbitrary and BS, but you know what? It's useful. It's useful as a signpost. So there we are, Simon is being a great big jerk again, I see. Boom. But that's okay. Because that's what he does best. Yeah, I'd like that idea that I have to interview subs whenever I'm around them. Like whenever I can meet up with a sub and do a little interview of what their outdoors interests and stuff. I would love to see that turn into something like maybe a more regular thing. Because right now the only way I could see it happening is as a very irregular series. Every few months I'll do one kind of thing. As I told you guys, I have the first one all lined up. And I'll just, as opportunities present themselves, I'll do them, I want it to be someone who's into the outdoors, though. I don't just want to sort of interview everyone. And it's funny because I only got this idea because I'm seeing a sub tomorrow who is not really interested in being on camera. Right? Because I said, okay, I'll be there. And, oh, by the way, should I bring a camera? He said, I'm not really comfortable being on camera. So, I'm fine because I've been on holiday from the channel anyway. So no problem. And then like click, 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 click. And I thought, oh, that would have been cool. But, Serge is out tonight. No, he says Serge, he's out tonight. Whoop. Because, of course, the bloody focuses. That's not cool. Where's Serge getting off having a life outside of Rain Dance Bushcraft? I don't understand it. It's okay. I'll take him down for it later. Hold on, let me just check. I just want to, boom, we may be able to make a direction with doing a tools focus this coming year, as well as the focus on subscriber interaction. Because, boom, learning about our tools is useful for anyone interested in human-powered self-reliance, which by... I want to have another sip. Oh, I forgot to say. So this Noirceur Impérial, this is what, a 473? Man, the writing on this is so hard to read. 473 milliliters. Oh, wow, it shows up better on screen. And it is alcohol by volume. Oh, my land, is 10%. That's what that extra sort of at the back is. Oh, crap. If I'd known it was 10%, I would have left it at the store. Let me just say one thing. Splunge. Okay, back to our normally scheduled live stream. Yeah, I love the concept of human-powered self-reliance. I love the concept of human-powered transport as well. I like the concept, like anytime you take, oh, excuse me. Hey, where's Outdoor Dauber? Somebody text Outdoor Dauber and say, where the hell are you, Holmes? I like the concept where, like, anytime you can take, no, Simon, I've already told Tyler that I'm interested in that stuff. Forget about it. My place. Tyler, I may have to at least share or do the shipping with you on that because, you know, I like everything that's human-powered. I like human-powered transport, bikes, running, walking, you know, or if I knew how to ride a horse, I would probably have a rider clause on that. Rider clause. Stupid. I like sailing better than motorboating. Like anytime you can take the engine out or the technology out, not technology, but like the electric, I'm starting to lose my English here, guys. The electric engine out or the gas engine out. Anytime when you can take that out, I find it like I really like the poetry of the motion, the way it works. You know, when I did my bench to do all the holes, the dog holes in the top, I used a bit and brace instead of like putting not the spoon bit, but the other one. Instead of using a power drill, I like the idea of like really, you know, leaning into the brace and bit. I like drills where I like tools where I'm the engine. You know, I like biking. Anything where the human body is the engine or the wind or something other than a motor. I like. And so when Tyler said human-powered self-reliance, I buy that. I'm into that. Hell, even when it comes to firearms, which I do not want to talk about tonight, I like lever action. Well, I would love a lever action. I do not have. I like bolt action. I'm not into semi-automatic. That's not a political thing or blah, 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 blah. It's just I like anything where I am the engine of motion. And that comes down to the fact that I'm not into over efficiencyizing life. Because the thing is, in North America, maybe the entire West, I don't know. I live in North America. I spend a lot of time on both sides of the border, so I'm very safe in saying in North America, there's this like cult of efficiency. And at the very bottom end of it, it's just, excuse me, you know, if you're going upstairs, pick up the damn laundry and pick it up and bring it upstairs. That's fine. But at the extreme end, we're getting fatter because, excuse me, if you over efficiency-ize everything, look, guys, I live in 2 languages. I know over efficiency-ize is not a term, but go with me. At the extreme end of it, you're reducing the amount of work you do during the day to like the minimum you can. And what that means is you're using up fewer calories. And let's face it, most North Americans eat pizza and burgers and root beer and Coke, drink root beer and Coke, and crap, rather than making a good meal most of the time. So if you're living a very efficient life and eating utter garbage, you're starting to look like me. And so to me, anything where there's more pageantry, not really pageantry, but that's what I call anything where I'm doing the work. Like if I had an espresso machine that was like a lever one, I would love that. Where the quality of your shot depends on your skill with the lever. I love a bit and brace. I love the egg beater, whatever the real name for an egg beater drill is. I like hand saws. I have electric tools, right? I have a thickness planer. I have a skill saw. I have a drill press. Drill press I would not trade in, because there's a real value to having that exact up and down motion and stuff. I have a bandsaw. I don't use it very often, The axe, the crosscut saw. Building a log cabin using traditional tools. An auger, right, where you put a stick through the end, and you're just like, these are tools where I feel powerful. I don't feel like I'm just riding. I'm not along for the ride. I'm powering through. And the magic is, as I've said to you guys before, hold on a second. I just realized I've been ignoring you guys. Hey, Craig's here. Boom. Everyone say hi. And I mean everyone. Craig gets hi for two reasons. First of all, he's a good guy. Second of all, he was in my inaugural panel discussion, which is way worth your eyes. By the way, if you guys haven't seen it yet, go back and take a look. So many things. I'm way behind. Sorry, guys. Simon still carries a brace. Simon and I have discussed the brace and bits that he carries. I find that Simon, you originally carried it because you were working on telephone poles, I think. Whenever I see a Bell Canada guy, for the longest time, I used to see them with a brace and bit, like trying to get through a wall, like with a really long, or whatever. I don't really remember. Yeah, Tyler, we'll split the shipping. I'm fine with that. I'll send you a. No, you don't do Interac in the States, like a PayPal or something. Wait, Simon, you have a U.S. address? What? Timber frame boring machines. Man, I would love to see Craig face to face one day and do that interview that I was telling. Okay, just that interview series that I was telling you guys. I would love to do it with him one day. Getting across the border. One day I'm going to do it. Craig, one day I'm going to come and knock on your damn door with my camera. Partly because I just want to sit and have a beer with you. Partly because it's never boring when you're on my screen. Human power and gear reductions. Boom. Yes, and that gives me the fizz too. I keep thinking back to what, how many of you guys have watched a lot of Paul Sellers? Before I go any further, I would love to get one of those. You know that those drills that it's got the two cranks. I have no idea what they're called, but like it's this big contraption. You put it down on something, boom, and down it goes. I do not know what it's called, but I've seen. I think Wrangler Star has one. Someone else I've watched a lot of has one. I'd like to get one of those one day. I recently got those really big ones that you sort of. It's got like a shoulder, like a buttstock on it. But anyways, that's beside the point. What Paul Sellers said was that, power tools are all about translating circular motion into like the cutting motion or the drilling or whatever. Well, circular motion, drilling motion is circular, but like it's all about translating circular motion, the engine or the motor, into the work. Whereas with hand tools, it's about feel and about like you are the engine. So for instance, if you're cutting with a handsaw, I don't know what I'm doing, but if you're cutting with a handsaw, okay, see you're doing it off screen, it looks filthy, and it starts to go offline, you can feel it and you can correct it. But if you're using a skill saw or a jigsaw, it starts to go offline. By the time you've figured it out, it's already kind of wrecked everything. Not everything, but it's already, you got an issue to deal with. And I like the immediacy of being able to feel the work. And this, by the way, is also true of chopping or splitting. I like the fact that I feel this is not going to go where I was aiming at. You can tell. It's like, crap, I blew it. Or I'm pushing too hard. I'm going to be tired too early. Or I just this isn't feeling right, or this is feeling right. Crosscut sawing, like all the old tools, you had a tactile relationship to the work you were doing. That's not true with motors, with chainsaws. And I'm not dissing the chainsaw. I would die for a chainsaw right now. Would not really die for a chainsaw, but I would really like one. And an Alaskan mill kind of thing. But it's not because I respect the feeling of using a motor to get through a tree. It's because of just efficiency, which I've already said I don't fully buy into. But I love the relationship you have with the work, with an axe or like a handsaw or a bit and brace or even like one of those, what did I call it? An egg beater drill. Anything where I'm the engine, I feel the work. I don't just do the work, I feel the work. Tyler, Tyler's got some cool stuff. I got to tell you guys, if Tyler had a YouTube channel, I would subscribe to that. I would tell everyone else to subscribe to that because he's got some cool stuff. Oh, a hand crank blower for a 4. Oh, man. You see? Now that Craig's on here, everything gets more interesting. Right. Manure lineman. Yeah. I think I still occasionally see a lineman with a bit and brace. Chester Fox. How's it going? And Grace, how's it going, guys? Folks, I said guys, but I'm drinking 10% beer, so sorry about that. Hiya, folks. So yeah, I don't know, I sort of got off track there, but I'm excited about sort of certain new things I would like to do with my channel. I would also really like to creative redundancy. How's it going? Oh, you have one of those egg beater drills. I have 2, but only one of them works. Technically, one of them has, in the jaws, there are these little springs. Excuse me. One of them is missing, all the springs. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking on something. Craig sent me something. A link to. Oh, I cannot watch that now. But I will be watching it right after we're done here. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah. Like the springs and all the little jaws. The springs they're gone. So I'm trying to figure out how to get that back into action. The other one has at least one sort of. I think it was fixed with. Oh, excuse me. You know the spring from the back of a ballpoint that, you know, where you click? So the jaws aren't all, like all three of the jaws are not, hold on, three. Damn you. Like all three of the jaws are not equal, but they work, right? When you put the drill bit in, it works. It works. So I've got one working one not working one. So I'm looking forward to getting the not working one working. But you know, I got these tools off of like Craigslist or Kijiji. And once you put in the work to get these old tools up and going, because sometimes the people selling these have no idea what this is. Yeah, I just had it on the wall as a decoration. It's like, yeah, but that's not what it was designed for. You know? I feel that you have to kind of respect the people who made these. Get them working. Thing is, sometimes it costs a hell of a lot of money to get them working. You know? Hey, Tyler's here. How's it going? Creative Redundancy says, I'm all for power tools like a snowblower or rotary tools and such, but sometimes things break or seize and you don't have power for them. Absolutely. And I will tell you one thing, Creative Redundancy, see, that hasn't shown up in StreamYard yet, so I can't share it. I have one of them. I don't have a snowblower. I have what they call an automatic shovel. And this week we had a very heavy snowfall. It wasn't like it wasn't like 4 feet, but it was like really heavy, damp snow, and that chokes the crap out of my and that chokes the crap out of my little power shovel. You know, what it essentially is a very small snowblower, all plastic parts essentially, except for the blades in the front. Man, it just. And so people who have like a gas snowblower with a big chugging engine and everything, that's where my love of the hand tool breaks down, because I don't clear the driveway. I do my driveway, and I do our neighbors too, because they're here from France. Their first winter here left them shell shocked. So if I'm snow blowing, I just do both driveways and I go out to the curb. Now here's the thing, in Montreal, I don't know about like say Boston or whatever, but in Montreal, when the snowplow comes, just piles everything up along the side of the road, blocking my driveway. And that's where my machine gets choked. Cleaning like our driveways is not a problem. But once you get to that, because it's been sort of plowed aside and it's hard and it takes me forever. I would not do it with a hand shovel. Partly because it's a drag, partly because I'm 47 and I don't want to die of a heart attack, you know? Austin's Corners here. How's it going, mister? Oh, man, we got Tyler, we got Craig, we got Austin, we got Simone, we got some of the newer people like Grace, Creative Redundancy, Chaucer Foe. Am I mispronouncing that? Chaucer Foe? This is a good live stream. I'm enjoying this. Partly because of the beer, probably, but you know, I've also got tea. Oh, by which I mean iced tea. For those of you who are coming in new, not new, but I mean, hold on. Just let me check something, because Tyler Wood, so tomorrow there's a 90% chance of Sean James. Oh, on your channel tomorrow. Oh, if I'm back from Ottawa in time, I will watch that. I love that guy. I want his life. No. I want his cabin. I want to build his cabin. I want that part of his life. Yeah, Tyler, man, if that's cool, if that happens, that's really cool. Josh is sneaky fox. Hey, so Jackie's back. Even though with that spelling you're pronouncing it right. Well, Chaucer Fox, Chaucer Foe. Fox. I just sort of went with it because I know where I live it's Foe, but I'm used to everyone else being like American or British or something. So yeah. You created something to help the snow removal. Wait, creative redundancy. What did you... Hold on. It's weird because on YouTube, everything is updating real time, whereas on StreamYard, which is what I'm actually looking at, everything's like a little late. I would love to know what creative redundancy did. Now, here's the deal. For those of you who live somewhere where you don't get like, 20 centimeters of snow in one fall, you can't... The snowblower is not... It's not a wonder machine. It's not the only... You still need to shovel. Sometimes what that means is you just have to sort of... If there's a large mound and it's really kind of hard packed, you have to use the shovel to break it up before you can bring the snowblower in so it doesn't choke or, excuse me, to hell with you. Man, this is 10%. Like, I'm going to be seeing double by the end of this class. After the half bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon I had with supper. We had fondue for supper, by the way. Beef, duck, bison, and mushrooms, and cheese. Delectable. Yeah. Where was I? I'm just going to go through. Yeah, this is creative redundancy, man. He or she knows what's up. Sometimes I see the younger crowd not doing anything just because the snowblower isn't working. True. Snow machine. Really? I would... Creative... Have you done a video on that? If you have, I would watch that. Oh, Jackie, come on. Yeah, man. Yeah. I love fondue too. Simone uses his current snowblower with 50 to 5 centimeters of compact snow. Your snowblower will not last very long, mon homme. It may be doing fine for now, but you're not doing anything for the longevity of your snowblower. But yeah, creative, please, if you have a video up, link it, but like put spaces in the URL so that YouTube doesn't block it. Actually, if anyone can... Yeah. Again, because I'm hosting, I have the choice. I clicked on creative redundancy and I have the choice of put user in timeout or block user. Neither of which I want to do. I want to visit the user's channel. It's like, oh, dear YouTube, boom, oh, demonetized. It's okay, I'm not monetized. But yeah, even though I wore pink gloves on the channel before, even though I wore pink gloves on the channel before, that's fine. Pink is fine. Pink is fine. I don't like pink as a color, but it's not because I'm a guy. It's on the channel, in the playlist or video. Okay. So once we're done here, I will look up your channel. Everyone else, you can click on Creative Redundancy and visit the channel. I cannot. Simone can post the link, though. Okay. Quick recap of this beer. Hold on. I don't know why I put that there. Quick recap of this beer, the Noirceur Impérial. Thing is, I like Imperial Stout. I'm not a big fan of the 10%. I feel that they kind of overdid it with the alcohol content. Because I had thought that it was just the spiciness of the cayenne pepper that I was detecting. But now that I know that it's a 10%, it's more than just that. Because even on the can, it says there's a light touch of the cayenne, which I can definitely taste. But the thing with it, like an 8, 9, or 10% beer is that the alcohol starts to sort of take down the taste. And that's what's happening in this. It's a Boreal. Boreal is big enough that they don't count as a microbrew or an independent beer, whatever they're called. You know, a brew, microbrew. In Quebec, a lot of beer hit like 9 or 10%. This source of pride thing. Unibrew is the worst of the bunch, man. Practically everything's 8, 9, or 10%. They've even got one that's 11 or something. And across the board, I used to drink a lot of Unibrew because I used to love like Fin du Monde, Maudite, Des Affaires de Même. But I realized that I wasn't enjoying it anymore. Like, as I became more of a nuanced beer drinker, I started drinking less of that because the alcohol, like, the alcohol zing was overpowering the taste a little too much for me. Because for me, beer isn't something I pound to get, 3 sheets to the wind. Even though I'm not speaking as well as I would if I hadn't drunk this beer. It's not something I drink to get drunk. I like the taste. I like microbrews. I like to explore new flavors and stuff. That's why when I saw and as most of you guys know, I'm into really dark beers or reds or something like that. The more you can see through it, the less I'm interested, as I always say. So when I saw an Imperial Stout with a cayenne finish, I was like, woo! But I hadn't noticed that it was 10%. And the 10% ruins it. If this was like a 7% even, then the flavor of the cayenne and sort of the coffee, caramelly, and chocolatey flavors of an Imperial Stout would be fine. They wouldn't be overpowered by this sort of, but anyway, sorry, it's just Serge and Tyler just sent each other an email through Signal, so of course it pops up on my phone. But yeah, too much alcohol content. Oh, good. Simon did exactly what I was hoping he would. He shared the channel. Good. Okay, I'm clicking that open right now in a new tab. But I'm going to pause it so that I don't end up being... that's good. That's great. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Creative redundancy. I'm going to take a look for that video. Boom. Jackie, I think that a lot of... no. I'm going to start that again. I think that there's at least someone else out there who does cayenne in an Imperial Stout. Because Boreal is not... They're not like a bleeding edge beer company. They're not microbrew. They're sort of in between. In fact, they might be owned by Molson or Labatt at this point. I don't know. I don't see anything on this can. But this is like a microbrew can, right? It's one of these 473 mils with a paper label on it, which surprises me coming from Boreal. The only thing I can think is that they're looking for that microbrew. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Because I'm thinking of 2 languages and after a lot of alcohol. That microbrew cred. Is Pint Martin still here? Martin, if you're still here, say hi. Creative says it's 2017. Okay, that's good to know. So anyone else who's looking for that creative redundancy video where he has the snow clearing machine, that's the URL. It's clickable in the comments. And he says it's a 2017 video, so I'm going to take a look. Simone just said something very interesting on YouTube, but not yet on StreamYard, so I can't link it yet. Boom. I was going to say something fabulously interesting, but I don't bloody remember what it was. Yes. Tyler, no. I wanted to say something to Pine Martin, but I don't bloody remember what it was. Bloody hell. This is tea, guys. I'm done with the booze for tonight. It's funny, because I don't drink to get 3 sheets to the wind, ever. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. I don't like giving up the control, and I hate hangover. I can deal with a lot of different kinds of pain. 2 things I cannot handle, like cannot, are nausea and headaches. And a hangover gives you both. So I stopped drinking. I was never massively into drinking too much. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to translate here. I was never massively into like getting drunk, but I'm even less into it now than I used to be. Like as soon as I feel like tomorrow's gonna be hell, I step back and I start pounding back the water. Yes, Jackie. I'm pretty sure someone else does the cayenne. Austin asks if I do spirits. That depends on the spirit. I don't like cream stuff. I don't like Irish cream. I don't like or Bailey's or the other Irish creams. I don't like stuff like that. I'm very into single malt scotch, as a lot of you guys know. I have spent I've spent a lot of money. Some of my bottles are some of my bottles are quite expensive, but excuse me. I mean like in the $200 range. I don't mean in the $500 range. They're a little more than I should be spending, but they're not more than I could possibly afford, I like some rum. I like some gin. I used to be a very big gin and tonic guy. I haven't had one in a long time, but that's not because I've stopped liking it. It's just I have a baby, so I don't spend a lot of time searching for alcohol anymore, Oh, Simon actually found the video. Boom, baby. That's also in the side chat. So I will open that up. No, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay. It's fine. It's great. It's fine. I would love it if YouTube automatically like if you click in something in the side chat, it should automatically open it in another tab. It should. I mean, I know that's not how browsers work, but man, that would be so much better. This is finished. Yeah, it's legit finished. So 1 drop. Good to the last drop. But I'm not sad that it's finished. I don't think I'll buy that again because I don't buy 10% alcohol beer anymore. I don't buy 9%. I don't buy 8%. Period. And if I had noticed that, I wouldn't have bought this either. It's not that I regret the taste or experimenting with the flavors. It's that I wasn't expecting to get shite-faced. That doesn't stop me from being just demonetized. Shift-faced on camera. That's not what I was expecting. That's not why I cracked this beer. So I'm a little peeved at it. Peeved at myself for not noticing that it said 10%. Not that peeved though, because it's impossible to read. It's dark brown on black. Nice one, design crew. Stupidness. Oh, hey, Dennis is here. Dennis, I was mentioning you earlier before I accidentally got shite-faced on a 10% beer. Oh, you like beer. Dennis, I was talking about a few very minor changes I'm thinking of bringing to my channel this year. I know that, you've been on YouTube less time than me, but in that small amount of time, your success has been much, much greater than mine. Because I've been on since I think 2013. And before 2018, I did not deserve most of the subs I got. I wasn't doing a fabulous job, but I've been working hard at it since 2018. So I kind of view you and me as having been on for within the realm of the same amount of time in terms of how long I've been taking it seriously and how long you've been on. And so I very much hope that 2020 is very good to both of us. I would love to hit way above 3,000 in 2020. That's my goal. Look, dude, I would love to hit 10,000, but let's be realistic here. At my current rate of growth, TubeBuddy has told me that within the next year, I could maybe hit like 3,500 or something. I would love to. I just want to grow. I'm putting a lot more work in. I'm putting up 1 every week. 2 if you include the live streams. And I think I'm doing a better job than I used to. I've just asked the guys to tell me through email or personal message through either Instagram or Facebook or whatever, excuse me, to make suggestions as to how they think I could improve. Stuff that I should take away, stuff that I should add. Something I know I'm taking away is my tool time videos, because I got to hone down my vision a lot more than I have been. For those of you who've been watching since the beginning, I know I'm repeating something. Tea time. Damn you, beer. For those of you who've been watching since the beginning, I know I'm repeating myself, but we have a whole different set of, like right now we're at 14 or 15 viewers, whereas before we were at like 8. So I kind of feel that I'm bringing in, like people who joined late, I'm bringing them up to speed. So I'm cutting out the tool time or whatever it was, workshop time videos, because I really want to hone my vision a lot more to specifically bushcraft and hiking and eventually canoeing, like outdoorsy stuff. I've asked people what they thought I should maybe add, what they thought I should definitely take out, what they like and what they don't, through any of my usual contact stuff. I've got, I've always put out my, I'll put my email out there again. But like I watch your channel grow, and I'm so happy to see it, because it seems like so many channels are not growing, and I think you deserve it, Dennis. To everyone, Dennis, if you're not watching Canoe Hand Adventures, give him a try. It's worth your time. Hey, Moaz Mehdi, how's it going? Welcome. I'm way behind. Sorry, guys. Everyone's saying hi. Everyone's saying hi. Just keep pushing, Jess. Absolutely. Adventures and reviews seem to work. Sharing of knowledge. Yes, I'm glad to hear you say that, because that's what I'm thinking of concentrating on. Hitting the bush, cooking bacon in the bush kind of thing. Axe and saw reviews, like outdoor tool reviews, do really well for me. Skills do really well for me. And what I really want to bring back is whenever I've tried something and it has not worked, I know something that ain't going to work for me. And I'm going to do a video on it. And I Dennis, I'd said to the others earlier when there were only like 6 people on, that one of the videos that helped me the most was where I've been using a ferro rod for years, but it's always been on like char cloth. So snap, fire started. Whereas when I started doing it on like straight up natural tinders, I had a horrible time. And I did a video where I failed completely. And it's like episode 4 or 5 or maybe 6. Like, it's early. And so many people dropped me DMs and commented and stuff that it improved my skill on that tool. And when I very started, what? And at the very beginning of my channel, I had made that one of my goals, that I would share all the mess ups, all the times that I just couldn't get something to work. Excuse me. And I kind of haven't done that as much lately, and I'd like to get back to that. I want to sort of bring it back to basics. I want to get back to the outdoor stuff rather than the workshopy stuff. And I had said that if people really want to see the workshopy stuff, I'll start a second channel. It hurts to say that because this channel is a lot of work. And I want to bring it back to my skills, reviews, outdoor stuff. Boom, baby. That's the 4 things that I think I kind of want to do. Plus, a 5th thing, I want to add in a very irregular series. Like, aside from my panel discussion series on the live streams, I'd like to add in a series where I interview a sub every now and again, if I'm in the same town as them, about what brought them to YouTube, what brought them to my channel, and what brought them to the outdoors. So I'm bringing you back up to speed and everyone else who's been on recently-ish. Hold on. I'm going to get back. Are you down? Milosh says, Milosh, are you down to buy 10 Gs from Wise? No, I'm not. You said the other day, so don't be a pushach. No, Milosh, I don't like you. I'm putting you in. Whoop. Oh, crap. I was going to put him in timeout and I blocked him. I don't know how the hell to undo that. Oh, shoot. Sorry, Milosh. How do I undo that? Looks to me like Canoe Hound has been watching out for me. Okay. All right. See you later, Jackie. Canoe, I do not know those guys. I don't know what's going on with them. It's weird, Dennis, because on YouTube, which is over there, everything is really up to date. But on StreamYard, it's not. So I guess Canoe Hound is taking care of these guys. Thanks, Dennis. All right, see you later, Jackie. I'll speak to you soon. Oh, man, I would love to do an episode with Jackie one day. I've been watching her for a long time. And she's not a huge channel, but I like her channel. I think it's good stuff. And we both have kids, and we both have them out in the outdoors. I think she's worth watching. We are also, an interesting thing about that is, it's funny that like people who are into the outdoors are not all of the same philosophy on anything. Some people are all into alcohol stuff. Some people are all into, man, it's got to be wood. Some people are into bringing like wieners and rice, like minute rice into the outdoors. And some people are like, I'm going to hunt me a squirrel. And so I find it very useful to watch people whose outdoor philosophies are slightly different than mine. And a lot of people are. And so I like watching people like Jackie because she's got a very results-based approach. She'll bring wieners into the woods because you know what? The fact is, I don't like wieners, but they're bloody easy to cook in the bush. You know what I'm saying? And I have this philosophy that's based on my experience with YouTube. That's not what I meant to say. It's based on my experience with Twitter, okay? Because for the past 3 elections in Canada, the US, and the UK, they've gone completely differently than my Twitter would say that they would have gone. Because if my Twitter feed had been reality, we would have had an NDP government in the election before this just passed, the past one. And so I'm very aware of how the online world that we plug into more often than not is an echo chamber of the way we see the world. And so what I've done over the past couple of years is I've subscribed to Twitter feeds that I hate because they're very right-wing or they're very conservative or blah, 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 or maybe a little too left, so that I know what's going on out there. And I'm doing the same thing with YouTube. Like I've subscribed to a very wide swath of people, because you know what? That's how you get a better view of what's going on. And in a very small way, I mean that people who, when I'm in the woods, what? When I'm in the woods, I cook steak, I cook bacon, I'll cook like pork chops, but like I'm very into non-refined food in life as well as in the woods. But that doesn't mean that it's the only way to deal with hunger in the woods. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, because Jackie has a much more results-based approach to cooking in the woods, because she's got like a couple of kids with her who are getting hungry. It's very useful for me to see that, because I've got a kid right now I have a kid whose idea of the perfect day is a hike and a bucket of ramen on a little gas stove. So Jackie and I are in the same place on that, Let me just make sure I'm not... yeah, it seems like those two guys were trolls, eh? Trolls. Eh? It's too bad. Trolls suck. Trolls suck balls. Okay, here's Jackie's last comment. I understand that completely. Completely. I'm not going to stay on too much longer, guys. I mean, this isn't the main... I don't know when I'm going to be back to my regular live streams, but oh, creative. That's not funny. That kind of is hilarious. Hey, Jackie's still here. Yes, you're right. Gotta feed him while you do. Because one of mine is 8 and one is now, since the 28th of December, 1 year old. I feel that my parenting experience is somewhat schizophrenic. Yeah. Okay, Tyler said something interesting here. The thing about ramen is, as long as you have access to water, ramen is a very lightweight at 400 calories. Now, there's the thing. As long as you have access to water, because I always bring water with me, but we love ramen, eh? Yeah, Jackie, this is like a drunken good night. Yeah, it takes forever. Yeah, good night, man. Oh, I love you. I effing love you. No, man, I love you. No, buddy, I love you. But that thing that Tyler says is that if you have access to water, it's an excellent thing to have in your bag, even like sort of as a backup food. But you have to either have water on you or like a filter or something. Because if you get like Giardia or something because we want to eat ramen because it's the only thing you have with you, we call that a lose. It's not a win. How that? Jackie's pure gold right now. It's schizophrenic parenting. I've been there. It'll sort itself out later or not. Just keep going to the woods. It truly helps. All right. See you, Jackie. Because like when you're in the woods, you really have to pay attention to your hydration. Like that's not me just being pedantic or anything. No, you really got to pay attention to hydration. You got to have a bottle of water on you. Ramen is high in sodium, so hold on. Yes, sir, Dennis. She's worth, take a look. If you decide to sub, tell her that I sent you. Oh, actually, Tyler, again, he doesn't say much, but everything he says is worthwhile. The water, to clarify, is not just for prep. It's to make sure the sodium chloride doesn't mess up staying hydrated. Exactly. Yeah. Ramen will drain your body's water and make you need to pee and drop a poo. And that's interesting. That's why I don't bring ramen. I bring when Cody and I are taking a small hike. I don't bring ramen if I'm going for longer than that, or if I'm worried about water, or if ramen is very context specific. Camille likes it when we have ramen as part of a hiking day, because the first, I don't know if it's the first, but a very early video we did together, we did a hike. We started with a ramen, and so now that's like her context, you know. But yeah. Can you see Dennis too, man? These guys know what they're talking about. A high sodium food can be kind of dangerous if you're in the backwoods somewhere. If you're on like around my place, like Mont Saint Hilaire or something, where it's just like a maximum of 4 or 6 hour trail in your back, and there's people all over the place. If you're there on a weekend, who cares? But if you're out in the woods, I would not bring ramen. I would not bring ramen just in case I run out of, like, my water starts to c'est quoi le mot là? Trail off. Shite. I don't know the word in English, but you know, just in case my water starts to diminish, my water supply starts to become more. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? If my water becomes an issue, I don't want to be having ramen as my food. That's a roundabout way, because I'm blanking on the words I need. Hike food for efficient weight could always be smoked, not salted jerky. Yes, as would a high cacao, like a dark chocolate kind of thing. You mean, Tyler? Dwindle. Yes. Thank you. And Chaucer Fox says you need sodium intake if you're taking long hikes. You will be sweating out the body's sodium content. That's a good point, but it's a balance thing, right? You got to keep downing the water as well. And so if you're like the jerky and then pounding the water, like, one can't overtake the other, you know. If you're losing a lot of sweat on a day outing, it will help to raise your sodium levels, but you still need a good amount of H2O to keep hydrated, which is exactly what I was just saying. Yeah. So it's God damn it. Sorry, guys. I've got a mouse here that has way more buttons than it needs. So, like, this one apparently closes my window when whatever. Sorry about that. Oh, that was irritating. Boom. High cocoa chocolate. Yeah, so that's like a dark chocolate or something. Dennis is going to the day camp tomorrow. Nice. I got to see that camp one day Grace, I think the sodium is in the flavor packet. So the idea of you only using half, I've been doing lately. I find that if you use the full packet, it's kind of tastes too salty anyway. So I've been sort of trying to diminu. Oh God, English is so hard sometimes. diminish the packet by like a third or a half or whatever, just to sort of lessen the sodium intake. Because at the end of the day, if you're taking in a whole bunch of sodium, it's not good for your heart. It's not good for your anything, you know? Canoe Hand is starting furniture tomorrow. For those of you who don't watch Canoe Hand, first of all, second of all, he's been building a semi-permanent shelter out in the woods, which I would love to do a series on, by the way. And it's been very interesting because it's very similar to what I would build as well. But yeah. Oh, Tyler, what? That's a good idea. I kind of wish you would film that. Chaucer, I think he's going to use hand tools for that. Oh, he even says all by hand. Okay, I'm way behind on the conversation here. Chicken and beef broth packages are where the sodium is in ramen. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, Tyler, man. Tyler needs to have like a channel with 100,000 subs. He's going to only use the noodles, not the packet at all. Yeah, I would watch that. Let me know what your experience is. Because here's the thing, that flavor packet doesn't have to be used. If you have a certain number of spices and flavors and blah, 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 we have this concept of how ramen should taste, but that doesn't mean anything. You know? Even just pepper is fine for many, as Creative Redundancy says. Right? One thing I did to reduce my salt use in cooking is way up my use of pepper and other herbs and spices. Because the thing that salt does is it adds a big burst of flavor without you actually having to work for it, which is fine, which is great. But I find that the flavor is more interesting when you use other herbs and spices for that big hit of flavor. And I do love me some pepper, you know. Wild garlic, Creative Redundancy. Now, I live in a province where it is illegal to pick wild garlic, but yeah, wild garlic, onions, stuff like that, absolutely. Grace just subbed to Canoe Hound. Yes, you are not going to be sorry. You are not going to be sorry. Absolutely not. Good. I'm so happy. Okay, we're at an hour and 28 and 15 minutes. So at an hour and a half, I'm going to shut it down because this was just an impromptu live stream anyway. This isn't my usual Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit my Tuesday this week. I would really like to because, as Canoe Hound said earlier, the 2-week break is a little long for me. I actively enjoy doing the live streams. And yeah, Tyler, you should sub to Canoe Hound. He's worth it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get on that. Part of me would like to do a series on bushcraft cooking. The thing is, it kind of feels like Ray Mir has covered that. But I would like to. I mean, in a lot of my videos, you know, Sash and I hit the woods, cook some bacon, cook some sausage, cook some steak, whatever. Throw some slap your mama on that. But part of me would like to. How many of you guys watch Townsend's? You know, they do that whole series on 18th century cooking, and like they take 18th century recipes and do them on an open fire. Like, I would love to do a series on real bushcraft cooking. Open fire. What can you cook? What can you not? You can do anything. It's just, how do you work out timing if you're making a bread or something, you know? 2020, maybe not, but man, I would love to at least by 2021 do a real full-on bushcraft cooking series. Maybe one episode a month or something. Maybe I'll start stewing. What? How's that for a slip? Doing some research. Chaucer Fox says, I want to see someone cook a dang turducken out in the bush. Woo! Yeah, bannock would be one of the first things you do. I mean, everyone's done bannock. I grew up, I'm Quebecois. I'm Canadian. I've done bannock growing up. Oh, okay, we're at $1.30. What? An hour 30. So this is where I'm going to shut it down. Thanks for hanging out with me. Maybe I'll see you this Tuesday. If not, I'll definitely see you next Tuesday. So everyone, I would love for you all to have a fabulous 2020. That's my wish, man. Every one of you, I want you to have a fabulous 2020. If you're a YouTuber, grow, man. If you're not a YouTuber, grow in whatever it is you do. And I will speak to you guys soon. Thanks a lot, guys.